every year. Judge them by 3 or 4 years worth of football.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
1 year.
Yes, that's also true.
Hurts is the second best quarterback in the league after 1 year.
And we can't also forget Herbert has the best quarterback in the world in his division. That is who we're grading him against.
And if you're taking just the first 3 years of someone's career, no one's done it better than Herbert. Nobody.
Who's the next best quarterback in the AFC South? Who? CJ Stroud?
And Herbert's been doing it with an injured offense and a horrible offensive coordinator.
Wait, Brandon, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do it right back, bro. Hold on.
All right.
2 seconds. I think he was getting a little bit of feedback.
No, I think it was me. Could I have my TV on?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why can't I leave?
Yeah, I think this probably was.
Yeah, what it is wild how difficult people grade Herbert, but just forget everything about Trevor Lawrence.
That's because people put too much focus on wins as if it's not a team stat. Wins are always a team stat, always will be a team stat.
And then you look at how he played as an individual when he was awful. Awful. Trevor or Justin Herbert has lost games throwing like 500 yards. Like, what more can you want? What more do you want from the guy? It's like when LeBron scores 40, 15, and 7, and they're like, he didn't do enough to win. Yeah. What more do you want from this dude?
I can't remember which game it was, but I remember it was like a high-scoring game. They had like over 30 points, and they still lost because the defense just was getting gashed. Every play they were getting gashed in the run game. Can't remember which team it was against. It was last season, but like it's just he's never had help around him.
Again, in the AFC South, who's the next best quarterback? Ryan Tannehill? CJ Stroud? In the AFC West, you have Russell Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Mahomes.
Wait. Russell Wilson is not the same Russell Wilson in Seattle.
He's better than anyone else in the AFC South besides Trevor Lawrence.
That's not much to say.
But that's his point. That's his point.
That's the point.
That's his point.
Yeah, the worst quarterback in the AFC West would be second best in the AFC South behind Trevor Lawrence.
Only because we don't know what CJ
But my problem with people with Herbert is that so many of them act as if he's on that same breath with Andrew Luck. And I don't see that with Justin Herbert.
Talent-wise, he is. He has
talent. Why isn't he?
Luck did.
Why isn't he?
I just think too many times he's been overhyped. I got to see him in the playoffs. I got to see him. That's the thing,
though. Like, there's a legitimate reason for why he could be overhyped. Why Trevor Lawrence is overhyped is beyond me. We saw this guy dominate college, make it look like a joke.
Yeah, but sports talk, you could say that he was overhyped because a lot of people, particularly Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay, anointed.
If we're using Mel Kiper as a reference, bro.
Yes, but there are a lot of people who said Trevor Lawrence was the next Andrew Luck coming out of college, which I wasn't that high or sold on to begin with in the first place.
No, I thought Trevor Lawrence was definitely a blue chip stock, coming out of the draft for sure. But when people are saying Victor Wembanyama, he has to be better than Hakeem and Kevin Durant, or else it's a failed career.
Who said that?
Everyone's saying that. Chris Broussard, everyone on First Things First, Stephen A. Smith, everyone. Skip Bayless. No one cares about Skip Bayless, but that's not the point.
He's going to say something about it, given the fact that Victor Wembanyama is going to play for his team, the Spurs.
I'm a Spurs fan. You know what I see? I see Bol Bol. That's all I see. I see a more athletic version of Bol Bol. Okay, cool. He's 7'5". Who gives a shit?
I think he'll be top 5 his rookie year, like top 5 in the league. I'm not gonna lie.
I could see him a top 5 rookie.
I can see him being a top 5
in the league
in his first year.
No, dude, he's like Chet Holmgren. He's gonna get his foot stepped on by LeBron and break his whole leg.
Getting injured doesn't make you a bad.
He's gonna break his whole leg.
Wait, but Dev. To have Victor top 5 year one.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying. I think he's going to after. I think after his first year's over, he'll already.
Oh, I thought you meant year one. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's walking on the court already top 5. I'm saying I think
people are saying he's going to be the best player on both sides of the floor by his 3rd year in the league. You know when's the last time that happened? Kareem. Really? Back in the 70s? We're grading this guy against players in the 70s? Really? Come on, man. Yeah. The 70s was trash. The 70s was awful. The Knicks were winning championships in the 70s for crying out loud.
You better be careful. Fluent and Chill better not hear that.
I don't give a crap. No, the 60s was way better than the 70s. That's why basketball almost died. In the
In
80s,
that
had to get
case, then
revitalized
Wilt
by
Chamberlain
Bird and
should be
Magic.
top five. So in that case, then by that logic, Will Chamberlain should be top 3 or top 5.
That's fine.
Because a lot of people don't have
What?
Will Chamberlain top 3 or top 5.
The only reason Bill Russell's in the top 10 is because of how many rings he has. That's it. Wilt Chamberlain is undoubtedly better basketball player than he is.
That's the same thing with MJ. You
Undoubtedly.
only have MJ 1 because he's got 6 rings and 6-0 in the finals. If you went just based off basketball talent, LeBron obviously clears, but people are blinded by the 6 rings, 6-0 in the finals, so they put him number 1.
Well, the other good argument is the scoring titles along with being all NBA defensive team. But I have broken that down before and been like, look, I get the defense back in the 90s and everything like that. It's not what people paint it out to be.
Mm.
They play the same. The hand checking, I get it, right? But they play this very similar defense
And
to
the shot
today.
clock violation.
They play very similar defense to today, except when they leave people open because they just can't guard them, those guys just can't hit. So it's so much different.
I don't even speak about those old guys because I wasn't watching them.
Facts, Jay.
Their games are out there. You can watch the film.
You can watch it on YouTube.
Disappear.
Though.
I don't want to watch that whole.
It's so
I had to
boring.
dribble.
It's so
It's so bad.
boring.
It's so bad.
You can't dribble, can't shoot, only get rebounds and play defense. I'm not watching it.
Mm. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Throwdown, man, episode 74. I'm your host, Ben. Brandon from the block where everyone to call me, man. On a Tuesday. Got the club going up. On a Tuesday.
Oh no.
But yeah,
Oh no.
What's good with y'all boys, man? Y'all on Starting Sports Talk. How you been, bro?
Man, gosh. The sports world is just infuriating me right now.
Oh man.
Everyone's overhyped. Everything's
Yeah.
I had Boston versus Denver in the finals, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum both laid an egg. Like, bruh, come
We're
on.
gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
In history.
I'm just excited to have another conversation, man, on the pod, man.
For sure. Round up, how you been, bro?
Pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not watching the NBA finals. I'm not ready just to watch.
We already had this debate last week.
3-hour snore fest. So
We already.
you'll catch me doing something else.
Jay was right once again.
I might watch Mr. Santi's app on TikTok instead. So
It's just because Jay can't gargle the Lakers' balls on fucking every game. That's the only reason he doesn't want to watch it. Miami is a big market team. I want superstars. I want big market teams. You got a
No,
big market
it's more
team
the
with a
fact that
superstar player.
it's more the fact it's going to be boring to watch. Like, it's not going to be exciting to watch.
Oh man.
I don't get excited watching Jokic. I'm giving him his respect now after the Lakers series, but it's still not exciting to watch.
What about playoff Jimmy?
Oh, PSP, how you been, bro?
Oh man, just chilling. Jaylen Brown might have the worst handles in the NBA. I mean, I was watching Undisputed earlier. Shen Sharp said he has middle school handles. So I mean, that's how bad his handles been. But I'm gonna still watch the Nuggets Heat series. I got the Nuggets win that series. I can't wait to see what Jokic is gonna do.
Got him in
In
5.
5, you got. I think Nuggets might win in a
I
sweep.
got Nuggets.
I got Nuggets in 6. I got
It might
Nuggets.
be. I used to think it was 6. I'm leaning closer to 4 or 5 now.
I think the Heat lost their momentum.
I wouldn't go that
game.
far.
I don't know.
I'll give it 6.
Jimmy has came down to earth since the Milwaukee series, if we're being honest.
What's good, Dale? Jay, how you been, bro?
Oh, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you, bro.
Mute.
Hey,
I've been good. Bob Myers stepped down as the president for the Warriors. I love to see that.
God.
Love to see that. Shout out to Bob though. You did your thing when you was there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Bob. A lot of BS is going on with the whole sports world. You know what I mean? And the same thing with sports talk. Like, we gotta talk about it. But that, you know what? I'm gonna keep my calm.
You know,
Brandon,
one of them is that
Brandon,
it's not going to be a good final series. Damn it!
Oh,
Fuck outta here.
This ain't gonna be top 45. This ain't gonna be top 50 out of all the series. But Brandon, shout out to you for having me on the pod, man.
for sure.
I'm ready to talk, man. Let's go.
All right, bet. Let's get to it.
Sports Talk. Why are you so excited about? Oh, sorry, Brandon. Sports Talk. Why are you so excited about this weak ass finals?
You're
Like, why?
so hypocritical. You're like, I want to see superstars. I want to see superstars. I want to see big market teams. Jokic is a back-to-back MVP. Jamal Murray has been going ham. Jimmy Butler, the whole world was gargling his sack until about a week and a half ago.
We're talking about Curry, LeBron, KD. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, KD.
I'll even take Embiid.
Really?
I feel like Jay has a strong hate towards Jokic.
Oh my god!
It's not about.
I'll tell you what nobody want to see. I'll tell you what nobody want to see.
Oh no!
I swear, Brandon called this guy just to talk to me. I swear to God, bro.
I'll tell you ass what nobody want to see. We don't want to see a 38-year-old dinosaur.
Who don't want to see it on the torn ligament. I mean, with a torn.
He was stat pattern. Nobody cares.
How are you stat pattern at 38, bro?
Get the fuck out of here, man.
He was stat pattern.
Get the fuck out of here.
We'll get to that another time.
But if he didn't have a good game, you would say they lost because he didn't have a good game. So either he has to do a lot or he can't do anything at all.
He lost because he's LeBron James. That's why. But I'm not here to speak about LeBron James.
The man who's been in the finals 10 times.
First off, get on him the same way you would get on me. If I said that,
hold up. This man's been in the finals 50% of his career. He's been in the Eastern Conference Finals 60% of his career. He's been in the playoffs 80% of his career.
Leave. Who's your favorite player?
I have no favorite players, bro.
No, we know who it is. Come on, ain't no lying here. Ain't no need to lie.
I'm not
Come
lying,
on.
bro. I'm 35
the hatred towards
old,
LeBron James and this crazy narratives is just insane. Yes, it is.
No, it's
40,
not.
10, and 9. He didn't. He
Nobody
stat padded.
cares. Nobody cares. That's not the damn point. The point is, now that we got the Lakers and the Celtics out of the way, let's get to basketball.
I'm sure Adam Silver's not happy.
Man, that goalpost be moving like crazy. I'm gonna get a goalpost. I'm gonna get an actual goalpost and go like this.
Bro, listen.
Adam Silver's not
yes,
happy.
You are.
Yes,
you are.
No, it's not. 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 What it is a rib shot, bro. And I just wanted to trigger everybody, and it worked as usual.
Because it's false.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Man,
not.
let's start with the next topic.
Because if LeBron went out there,
listen. Now that we got all of the garbage and the vermin out of the way, let's get to the finals.
Hold on, Leaf. I'm about to hold on. So the Miami Heat beat the Boston Celtics 103-84. I just want to hear before we get to the finals part with the Nuggets and the Heat. What's your thoughts about the game from last night?
The game was some shit. Obviously, the whole series was some shit. My favorite part about the series is the fact when it ended. This is something that I knew was going to happen. This is something that I knew the NBA was going to try to drag out. I could get into all of the behind the scenes and all this stuff, but realistically,
everything's rigged.
Realistically, I shorten it up by saying the Lakers and the Celtics are basically the trust fund babies of the NBA. We all know this, bro. A lot of people that don't know this, man, they just watching the wrong shit. Let's get to. I want it like, as far as the Miami Heat go, I think they ran the gauntlet in the Eastern Conference. Since Jimmy got there, since the NIT Invitational, they proved that they can beat anybody. They proved that they could beat the Bucks. They proved that they could beat the Celtics more than once. They proved that if they would have played the Sixers, they proved they could beat them. They probably would have beat my Nets if they played them with Kevin Durant and whatchamacallit. I honestly believe so. They've proven they could beat everybody in the Eastern Conference. There's no doubt about it. Congratulations to the Miami Heat. They're going to the finals. However, this is the end of the line for the Miami Heat. They're probably going to get a mud hole stomped in them by the Nuggets. I don't see how they're going to win this series. I don't know how they're going to win this series. Be honest with you, I thought Boston was the better matchup, but Boston pisses me off because they're Boston. Like, I don't like them. I said everything that I said about Boston was 100,000% true, but it's not about Boston. It's about the Miami Heat. Miami Heat record against Western Conference contenders, it's not a good record. Going back to last year, if you want to talk about the Warriors, the Suns, anybody that you want to think of that was a Western Conference contender, they're not good against those teams. And I don't think Denver is going to be any different. They're going to get dog walked on the boards. That's one. They're going to get walked down on the boards because the thing is, the matchup between Bam and Joker is going to take Bam out of the paint. It's going to take Bam all over the place because Bam is going to have to cover all over the place because that's what you have to do when you cover in Joker. He's going to have that matchup one-on-one. When Joker goes out to perimeter, he has to go out. And he's a great defender, don't get me wrong, but the thing is, Joker is just that much of a great offensive mind, and I think this is going to be too much for Bam to even comprehend and deal with. The real battle in this series, outside of Denver just having their way on the offensive glass and on both sides of the rebounds, is going to be the guard play from both the Miami side and the Denver side. I think if Caleb Martin, Duncan Robinson, and all of the shooters on their side, Kyle Lowry, if they could hold it, if they can at least contain and hold their own and have somewhat of a series against the Bruce Browns, the KCPs, the Jamal Murrays, aka Kyrie Irving. If they can do something, if they can at least contend and keep them at a contained level, and battle, go back and forth with them, I think they can make something out of this series. But to me, this is the end of the line for Miami, and all this really highlights is that how if Jimmy Butler would have hit that shot last year against Boston, they probably would have got a foot in their ass by the Warriors as well. So I don't know. Miami has proven that they can beat everybody in the East, but I don't know what they do against anybody in the West, because the Western Conference, it seems like their brand of basketball and the Eastern Conference brand of basketball are two different brands of basketball. The Western Conference is just it's like it's chess moves on the court. Look, we saw the Warriors. Even though I thought everything about the Warriors championship runs were all Mickey, I thought the Warriors were a great team in terms of moving the ball and structure and everything that they did on the court. They just surgically picked you apart, and I think that's what Joker and the Denver Nuggets are gonna do.
Okay, can we move off the story time of the NBA, bro? Let PSP go.
No, I'm good. Sports Talk, if you want to go, I mean, go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Well,
go ahead, PSP.
I got the Nuggets win this series. As for last night's game, that was embarrassing by Boston. I actually picked Boston to win that game, given the fact how Game 6 ended the way it did with Derek White with the putback shot. I thought Boston, they would have enough support with their fan base, and Jaylen Brown, man, he looked awful taking care of the basketball. I mean, he's got to work on his handles. He's got to work on some other things. Tatum with the injury. Caleb Martin came in. He played played tremendous. And, of course, we know what Jimmy was going to do. I just got the Nuggets win the series is because I think since Milwaukee, Jimmy's performance in the playoffs hasn't been the same, in particularly. And with Jokic and Bam, the only way that Miami could have a chance against Jokic is you take away his passing ability, and therefore you're going to have to make him more of a scorer. But I just feel like that would be too much to handle if you're Bam and Miami. And who is going to step up against Jamal Murray? Who's going to step up against Michael Porter Jr.? And then not only that, KCP as well. How are you going to handle that? And then Aaron Gordon. So what are some adjustments that Miami are going to have to make in order to neutralize Denver? And I just think you're just asking too much. The only advantage I give Miami over Denver is Spoelstra. Spoelstra is a better coach than Mike Malone. That's my opinion. I stand by that. But other than that, I see Denver winning it in 6. I give Miami at least 2 games because I feel like they'll win one at home and one unexpectedly. So,
all right. Go ahead, Sports Talk.
So, actually, PSP hit on a lot of things I was going to go for. Brandon, me and you talked before the show, and, I mean, he pretty much just echoed everything I said before the show. I mean, Jaylen Brown, you couldn't ask for a better opportunity. I mean, Jason Tatum gets hurt in the first minute of the game. You have the opportunity to lead the first 3-0 comeback in the history of the sport, and you just suck. And not even him, the whole team sucked, for being honest. When you go 9 for 42 from 3, I mean, that's a whopping 21%. And they shot 39% from the field for the entire game. You're not going to win a game. I don't understand this. You're at home in Boston with one of the best fan bases, home courts in the NBA, and just lay an absolute egg.
It's
and
an overrated fan base.
I mean, 17 in the rafters, they can talk, right? But
20th century talk. But go ahead.
I mean, they've won this century too, so it really don't matter. But
they have the same amount of championships as the Cavs, the Raptors, and the Bucks.
Go ahead,
the last 35 years.
But regardless, you know, with winning this the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, Caleb Martin honestly probably should have got it. The reason why Jimmy Butler got it was because of the past performances he's had against Milwaukee and against the Knicks. If we're talking about this series, the more consistent and more efficient player this entire series has been Caleb Martin. That's why the vote was split 5-4. Other than that, going to Denver, I see it more realistically going to 4 games than 6 at this point, because I don't know who's going to guard Jokic. And at this point, I think the plan is let Jokic score his 30 or 40 and stop Jamal Murray at all cost. That can be your only plan at this point. Other than that, that's all I got.
All right. Go ahead, Jay, or Rondo, whatever, whoever. Go ahead. Go ahead, Rondo.
I'm just gonna say, the only thing I want to touch on it, the Celtics choked. We can talk about Jalen.
I think you
lagged again.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
he's still lagging.
He's lagging.
Am I back?
Are you good now?
Now we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I know everybody's talking about Jaylen Brown, but let's not act like that Jason Tatum was not ass either. Jason Tatum was horrible. The whole
he was terrible too. He was terrible.
Horrible. The Heat did win. I still think the Nuggets win like in 4 or 5. I think they're not much better. But if Duncan Robinson even plays a minute on this floor, the Heat will lose that game. The Nuggets showed that you cannot have a bad defender on the court or they will abuse it. When D'Lo was on the court for the Lakers, they abused him. Abused him. And Duncan Robinson's a worse defender than D'Lo by a lot. If Duncan Robinson's on the floor, they're going to get scored on every single possession.
The only reason why they allowed Duncan Robinson on the floor is for shooting. Other than that, he can't do shit.
And there's no one they can put him on. Put him on Aaron Gordon, he's going to take him to the rim every time. You put him on Michael Porter Jr., he's going to shoot over his head. Put him on Bruce Brown, he's going to drive him in.
I mean, Michael Porter Jr. don't pass anyway.
And shoot over his head. Like, there's no one Duncan Robinson can guard on the Nuggets.
Nobody.
All right, Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
All right, we're beating around the bush here. The Heat's going to get their ass whooped. Let's just keep it going. He's going to get their ass whooped. This is not going to be a competition. I wanted to see Boston against Denver. It would have been a better series. But, of course, Boston sold. I've seen people saying Derek White's the most underrated player in the NBA. After one fucking game? What are we talking about here? One game, and now he's the most underrated player.
He was playing good in the playoffs.
He's been saving him since last year, bro.
Derek White's been doing this thing, but the most underrated in the league? Come on.
He's been saving the Celtics since last year. Go back to it.
That is facts. Wow. That is facts.
2 years. Now you're the most underrated out of everybody else in the league. Fuck out of here. Not calling it. Bullshit. Adam Silver is punching the air right now. He wanted to see Lakers Celtics. Let's keep it a buck.
I did too.
Let's keep it a buck. We don't want to see it. Well, I'm gonna say we don't want.
The problem is that he can't carry LeBron anymore.
Oh my God! I didn't say shit for none of y'all. Did I not say nothing for none of y'all?
Go ahead.
All right. So back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. I'm gonna watch this series because I'm a basketball fan. It's gonna be some regular cool shit. But I mean, this is not what I wanted to see. This is not what I wanted to see. And all y'all like Jimmy Butler. I rock with Jimmy Butler. But some of these numbers in the playoffs, these numbers ain't great numbers. Like 14 against Boston and 16 against Boston. Like, these ain't superstar numbers. These ain't like Jimmy been balling, but some of these games look a little fishy. Now, I know y'all's not gonna like this. When I go to LeBron stats, this is what I see. 40, 10, and 9, 23, 7, and 12, 22, 9, and 10, 26, 12, and 9, 30, 9, and 9. Like, it's just different. But if this is what the NBA wants to see, this is what they want to see. If y'all want to see Jokic against Jimmy and Alvin and the Chipmunks, this is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be. Now, the ratings are going to plummet. These are going to be horrible. Everybody
the NBA deserves it.
Huh?
The NBA deserves it.
What, bad ratings?
Yep.
Oh, I mean, okay. But yeah, the NBA, I can promise you, they're not going to allow this to happen next year. Somebody, it's going to be Steph, LeBron, KD, somebody's going to be in that
They're
final.
too old.
I don't even know what he's saying. But listen.
And the Warriors are going to take a step back because Bob Myers is stepping down.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
But Celtics game, they sold. I don't know what Boston's going to do. If they're gonna try to trade Jaylen Brown, but they still young. I feel like they need to switch this shit around them. Like they need a real point guard. I don't like Marcus Smart running the PG. That's me. But I think they need a real point guard. Robert Williams got to continue to develop his offense and everything. But Boston, they're not far away. Like they were just in the finals last year. They're not far away. They should have lost to the Celtics. I mean, to the Heat.
Do you think it's coaching?
They're the Eastern
Okay,
Coast.
Joe Mazzulla. I could have told y'all Joe Mazzulla wasn't gonna lead those guys.
They're the Phoenix Suns of the East.
Yeah, basically. Another thing was I made a video saying that the Celtics was under more pressure than the Heat, and everybody laughed at me. No way, the Heat are up 3-0. They allowed 3. They were not supposed to be in this position to begin with. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. The Celtics should have never been down 0-3 to begin with. They had way more pressure than the Heat.
And now
we're playing with Caleb Martin and Kyle Lowry. Come on, guys.
The Celtics are who we thought they were.
And now the Heat are the first team going back to the Knicks since 1999 that an 8th seed made the NBA Finals.
It's insane.
So, and Jay, you brought up this point. The bigger question is, what do you do with Jaylen Brown? Do you think about giving him that max if you're Boston?
Trade him.
No, see, the thing is, bro, everybody's talking about trade him, but what are you going to get back that's going to be better than Jaylen Brown?
Rebuild.
You can get quite a bit, actually. For Jaylen Brown?
No. I'm talking about for you to win now. Boston's in win now mode.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, Boston does not want to restructure this team, and then they don't want.
I'm saying you got a good.
They're gonna have to.
And the league knows Jaylen Brown's not a 1. They know that now.
But I think if I'm Jaylen Brown, though, I'm staying with Jason Tatum and those guys. I feel like right now that would be the best fit for him to like still get his numbers and try to win
and get the bread.
Everybody's talking about Dame and everything trading. I don't.
No, Dame doesn't want to be traded.
Dame, Tatum, and Al Horford and those guys. Like, I'm not sure it's not an automatic championship either.
I think Tatum and Brown need to get out of Boston because they don't know what they're doing in that front office.
Leave.
Danny Ainge built that team.
Wait a minute, Leaf. Are you saying that? Leaf, are you saying that because you said
Danny Ainge
called
built
them
that
the
team,
two Scottie
not Brad
Pippins?
Stevens. Let's get that out of the way. Danny Ainge built that team, not Brad Stevens. He left them with all the scraps. The only thing they picked up was Malcolm Brogdon and Derek White. That's it. That's the only thing they picked up, and it has not worked, and they have regressed. They are the Phoenix Suns.
And what leads? We got to keep it up, bro. We got to keep it a buck. The Heat, not the Heat. The Celtics are way too talented to not have made at least 3 to 4 finals. Their talent has always been top tier. They should have been in there at least 3 times. For them to go last year and not go this year or the year, man, this shit's crazy.
They should have been in the finals in the bubble.
Hold on. I think we also are kind of our vision of making the finals is very clouded because of LeBron.
Oh yeah, there's a stat about that too.
People think now like Giannis should be making the finals every year. That's not how this is.
No team has gone to consecutive NBA finals since LeBron James left the Eastern Conference. LeBron made shit look like it was easy to go every year. LeBron made that shit look like it was nothing.
But we act like people are supposed to go to the finals every year because they went once. That's not how this works.
J.R. Smith and these guys. Like, he was like, oh my god.
There's real.
I was only trying to trigger people. This has nothing to do with LeBron James, and I'm not going to speak on that issue no more. Now, in the case of the Eastern Conference, In the case of the Eastern Conference, Miami has run the gauntlet. They have beaten all of the who's who in the Jimmy Butler era.
Yeah.
In the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference, they have beaten Boston twice. They have beaten Milwaukee not once but twice. They probably would have beaten Philly again if they played them this year, not once last year but twice again this year. They probably.
But the point is, our expectations are way too high. Our expectations are way too high for these guys and these teams
for a lot of people.
We've been so accustomed to a guy making it every single year, no matter what team they put in front of him. And it's not even about LeBron. You could say this about Jordan. You could say this about Tim Duncan, the Lakers. These teams, like these are not all-time great teams. Like this Celtics team's not an all-time great team. This Miami team's not an all-time great team.
All right. To rebuttal that, let's make one thing clear. Hold on. Let's make one thing clear. Tim Duncan won the East 6 times in a 20-year career. Michael Jordan won Tim Duncan won the West 6 times in a 20-year career. That's it. He was 5-1 in the finals. Had it not been for Ray Allen, he would be 6-0. Michael Jordan won the East 6 times. That's it. Now, what LeBron has done in the East, even though I spit on it, it's been unprecedented. Obviously, everybody knows that. Yeah. Even though he's done what he's done in monopolizing and GM and all of that other stuff, he's done it. It is what it is. You're absolutely right. The problem with the Boston Celtics is they have not changed a damn thing. They went from point guard to point guard. They was in the Eastern Conference Finals before Jason Tatum even got in the league with IT.
Yeah, they went with Isaiah Thomas, and then years after that, they tried Kyrie, and then they tried Kemba Walker.
They tried Kemba. They tried everything. They tried.
They really blamed Kyrie for that team not winning.
The Celtics are who we thought they were.
No,
they are.
No, Leaf makes a point though. No, hold on, Jay. Leaf makes a point though that Boston, there's nothing new about what they've done. They've just been the same. And so in order for Boston to take that next step up as far as getting to a championship, you're going to have to get yourself a quintessential point guard. And I like Marcus Smart. He's improved his game coming out of Oklahoma State, but no one looks at him as a pure point guard. They look at him as someone who can provide defense, energy, who over time in his career has improved on his jump shot, but that's about it. So they're going to have to get themselves a pure point guard, whether in free agency or
they're not going to be able to. They're not going to have enough money. There's no way.
Well, listen. I tell you what. Boston's only option is realistically, because this team is basically starting to look like the Phoenix Suns of the East. That's basically what they're looking like, bro. Like, and going forward, I don't see them tracking any different.
We're giving Phoenix a lot of credit here. Why are we giving Phoenix like so much credit?
Because they've been to the finals.
What have they done in the last 5 years?
They've been to the finals and they've regressed ever since. And that's the same direction that Boston is going. They've been to the finals and now they are regressing. They are going.
Okay, but they've made the Eastern Conference Finals the last 3 or 4 years?
Making the Eastern Conference Finals.
NBA Finals? But why are we giving Phoenix so much credit? They made the finals one time, and then all of a sudden, they're just on this pedestal.
I think conference.
To Leaf's argument, sorry to interrupt you, Leaf. I think when you assemble or when you accumulate a bunch of stars, Jason Tatum is on the verge of being either a star or a superstar. And when you have this culture and when you're successfully winning throughout the regular season, and you've only made to one finals appearance, to Jay's point, there have been opportunities. They should have been to more than one NBA finals. They should have been to at least 3 or 4. And when you've come up short and nothing else is, when things are still the same and nothing has improved, and that's going to cost you in the ass, man. This is going to be...
it is going to, and you're absolutely right. And to harp on the point, which is going to lead me to my death-defying take, I think not only Jason, JB needs to get out of Boston, but JT needs to get out of Boston as well, because there's nothing that's being put around them that they need. Don't get me wrong, they have a great team and they've been able to function well. But the thing is, the farther up they go, their weaknesses start to show. They don't
Okay, if
like
that's the
but
case,
Jason
Leaf.
Tatum and JB. They need to play around point guards, facilitators. They need to do it less initiating on offense and more scoring and focusing on defense. That's who they need to be. Two-way players that could instantly score. One dribble, pull up, get wide open off the passers, and that's it.
Yeah.
They need to make their
On
jobs.
PSP, say your
Their jobs need to be simpler. Not let's turn these dudes in the start and initiate offense because they have been bad at it.
No, I was
on
going to ask.
PSP, say your point, and then we gotta move on.
No, I was going to ask Leaf this question. So, if you had a choice between Tatum or Brown, which one you keeping if you're Boston?
Well, Tatum.
If I'm Boston, obviously I'm going to keep Tatum. But if Tatum smartens up and realize that after Brown goes, there's no way to really rebuild that team around him, then he's probably going to walk out the door as well. And then that's when he's going to fall into maybe a last year of his contract or whatever, or he's clearly not going to resign it. He's going to be, and you're going to have to trade him so you get something in return and start to rebuild. But the thing about Boston is they've been able to rebuild like comfortably. Go look back at the era with after the big three where they left and they went right into IT. They were still competitive. That IT era, that small little IT window was the blessing in disguise. Nobody had them to win to make it to the conference finals the way that they did. Nobody had IT averaging 29 points a game and damn near top 5 in MVP voting, only to have a hip injury and get screwed out of money by Danny Ainge because they front office and they management really don't pay people like that. That's the thing about Boston. That's been Boston historically. They like if they holding on to teams, bro. Like it go back to the 80s, they're holding on to teams. Ever since the 90s, they've been switching up teams, man, like a dirty nigga switch up draws. Trust me, bro. Like I know this. Boston, Boston is who we know they were, bro. I pay attention to these franchises, bro. They the trust fund babies of the league, just like the goddamn Lakers, bro. And they don't have no problem switching teams at the drop of a hat. Trust me.
Well, these Lakers got a ring.
Hey man, we're gonna move on, man. So there's been some rumors about Dame might be wanting to leave. Where,
please, please.
Where do y'all think Dame should go?
Milwaukee,
Portland,
Milwaukee,
LA. I'm playing. I don't care.
Portland.
I don't care.
He's not going no damn way.
I want Dame and Bradley Beal to leave their team so they can stop talking about.
They're not going nowhere.
Hey, Brandon, you forgot some big news.
Jay, let me explain something to you. NBA money is guaranteed. NBA championships are not. And that's
I'm saying
I'm hold on. The reason why I said that is because this is something that Bradley Beal and Dame actually know. No, please don't come to the Nets. They know this. They realize that it's better to be loved, to be a lovable loser over in a small pond in Washington or Portland than to go somewhere and have expectations and then fall short because they seeing what everybody else is going through when they go deep into the playoffs and then they don't cut the mustard.
Hey, look, you know why that's so crazy? But you know that's so crazy? People be defending their favorite players. Like, look at the people around them. A lot of these players are taking their career into their own hands. Like, even Kevin Durant, I didn't like that he went to the Warriors, but he wanted a ring and he went and got himself a fucking ring. I can't be mad at it.
And what has he done outside of that?
Bro, I'm not saying what he did, but I'm saying
outside of winning 2 NBA championships.
Yeah, he got 2 rings.
What has he done outside of his
3
career?
appearances?
A lot of people don't got rings. That's what the biggest thing is rings. Fuck MVPs. Fuck all that. Go get you a ring. Here's the thing, Jay. It's not just that. It's the biggest thing is rings. It's the biggest ring is how you get those rings. Because if it wasn't about how you get those rings, we wouldn't be talking about Kevin Durant the way we talk about him. But I'm saying, look, when Kevin Durant is like done with all of this shit, one thing you're not gonna be able to say about him, he don't got a ring. That's one thing you will not be able to say.
He won't be Barkley. He won't be Barkley.
Do we forget?
Bradley Beal, all these guys.
If your biggest fear is being Barkley, bro, then you got a whole lot to learn about how to win in this. Not just how to win.
No, because that's what Shaq be saying to fucking Chuck. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't got no rings.
That's Shaq way of just pity patting and playing around. Well, that's everybody playing around with
an excuse to diminish
Barkley is the full card holder of the no ring committee.
No, not Leaf, not just Barkley, Leaf, Malone too.
But nobody picks on Karl Malone because Karl Malone is not doing no talking. It's Barkley that's doing all the talking, and he don't have no rings to back up nothing. But the thing
Everybody
is, bro,
picks
if
and
you don't
chooses,
have
bro.
no,
Everybody picks and chooses. One day rings matter, the next day rings don't. Everybody pick and chooses.
no,
That's
it's
what it
about whose rings matter, bro. Because as far as the last 10, 12 years, the most respectable ring that we all know is the 2011 Mavericks. Why is that? Because Dirk didn't punk out. He didn't leave. He didn't go. He didn't ask for a trade. He didn't opt out. As far as we know, you know what I'm saying. So,
I mean, I would say that's the most
realistically
respectable.
what it is.
That's a good ring.
Yeah, what about the Bucks ring? The Bucks was a respectable ring.
Definitely.
Giannis, yeah, Giannis with Milwaukee, like.
Definitely.
DeAndre, Deshaun Watson.
The news I was telling you, B, is that the 76ers, they hired Nick Nurse. How do you feel
I saw
about
that.
Did I see the
Nick
Deshaun
Nurse,
Watson?
I think.
No, what happened?
He said Tuesday that he would love to have former Houston Texans receiver DeAndre Hopkins join him in Cleveland.
Oh, Deshaun Watson said that.
Yeah.
Speaking of D-Hop, where y'all think he going? Because they already released him. So
A team with a great quarterback, so that eliminates about 27 quarterbacks. I mean, 27 teams.
Bring him to the Red Kingdom. It's over. It's like Kevin Durant to the Warriors, baby. He comes to the Chiefs. Shit's a lock. It's
that would be
over.
crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like KD to the Warriors. All we're missing.
Like that.
The only thing we're missing is a number one. That's all we missing.
Like that. Never,
and it's over.
What do you mean by like that, though? What do you mean by like that?
My bad.
No, like top 6, 7, 8 top receiver type. Like
he number 8.
Tyreek Hill?
No.
I said we never seen we never seen Mahomes with a top 10 type of receiver. Outside of Tyreek.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he got possibly the best tight end, and he got possibly the best.
No, I do not see DeAndre Hopkins going to the Giants. Stop it.
We're gonna find out a lot about DeAndre Hopkins. Honestly. This could really shape the way people
I'm hearing
view
the
him.
Browns might be a great possible.
Yeah, because Deshaun wants him.
Oh gosh, is this one of your henchmen, Jay? Is this one of your henchmen in the comments?
Earlier in the show, talking about I was gargling something.
He can't. They still can't beat the Steelers. Are we serious? What happened last time the Steelers met the Chiefs in the playoffs?
Boys, talk. If you look at Steelers Chiefs history all time. It don't look good on your side.
All time.
That's all I'm saying. It don't look good, but I'm
said Steelers Chief history in the playoffs.
Brandon, I see him either going to Buffalo.
Is this another one of those 20th century things, bro?
No, but I do want to see where D-Hop goes. I actually want to see D-Hop with like a nice ass quarterback.
I think it really is down to just 2 places. It's going to be either the Bills or the Chiefs.
It got to be. If he goes to the Chiefs, and they win another
Chiefs
Super
have
Bowl,
the space. They got the space.
But I
if they go to the Chiefs, they cheating, bro.
And plus, Mahomes has made it abundantly clear.
Bring him to the kingdom.
That shit is cheating, bro. Like,
and Mahomes has made it abundantly clear he's more concerned about racial legacy than money.
It might be for a pay cut.
Yep, he did say that. Well, Mahomes, he said he's willing to take less money than other quarterbacks.
Bro, the Chiefs can really get some shit going because, bro, Mahomes don't really care about the bag because he's getting the bag in so many other ways.
In other ways.
Yeah, from endorsements, But he made it clear. I'm more concerned. I'm glad for him because he's taking the Tom Brady approach.
The Tom Brady approach. Look at Peyton Manning when he was. Look at Peyton Manning was playing. Always was one of the top 3 quarterbacks in money per year. His entire career. Never really. He won one with the Colts. That's it. One with the Colts, then won a pity ring with the Broncos after his injury.
You know what's so crazy about it?
Are we really supporting this manufactured shit that's going on in the NFL though?
Manufactured.
Oh, don't tell me you're one of these.
Wait, what are we talking about?
You talking about the bunny?
Like everything's rigged, garbage.
I didn't even say. See, I didn't use that word. See, you jump into conclusions once again.
What are you saying? I'm asking. Is that what this is going to be?
What I'm saying is, bro, like it's this whole. It seemed like the like free agency is starting to like take the approach of how the NBA is, man. Like it's like, okay, I want to go play with this person and that's that.
No,
I'm fine with that.
It's different in NFL anyway.
That's player empowerment too. I like that. I'm fine with that.
And with the NFL, it's not an automatic ring. Like even if D-Hop goes to the Chiefs,
I understand it's not an automatic ring, but we need to stop calling it player empowerment because
players get hurt fast as fuck.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Players get hurt quick.
I'm all for the players. Go get your money. Go where you want to go. Whatever you decide.
Well, you know what? In the case of the NFL, you're absolutely right. Players' career could end at the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
And
And
imagine
plus, I don't-
DeAndre Hopkins being in Kansas City, not just with Patrick Mahomes throwing the football, but with Andy Reid calling and dialing up plays.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
Kelsey on the other side and Kadarius Tooney. Oh, game
You also-
over.
Mooney.
Sports talk. You're also forgetting
Sports
Rashad
talk
Rice.
panties is getting
from
wet over there, bro.
SMU.
Like, hold on.
Man, we don't even need him.
You know why
I don't
it's
even know
so
why we got
crazy?
him.
Yeah.
It's a wild because Mahomes won a ring with Juju, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore. Like that's
Cole
wild.
Harmon.
Travis Kelsey, though.
But I
Travis
don't think
Kelsey.
people really look at that shit. Like that's crazy. Like on paper, nobody looks at none of those receivers and be like, oh,
That-
top 5, top 10.
No,
That's
you know
why
what?
looking
people-
at
that's
the
why
AFC.
people-
I'm
And he
looking
can
at
be
the
Hawk on
AFC.
top of that.
But that's
I'm
why
looking at- I'm
people
looking at the
overblown
AFC.
last year, though. People thought that Mahomes wasn't going to be the same without Tyreek Hill. I'm like, stop it. He's
Oh, yeah.
got
I'm looking at-
Andy
you know what
Reid,
it
he's
is,
got the
PSP?
enemy. Go ahead.
I'm looking at the AFC, and obviously it's quarterback heavy with the with
Yep.
Mahomes, with Allen, with
Justin,
Lamar,
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow,
Justin.
Herbert and
Kid from the
Lawrence.
Jaguars, Kid
Yeah,
from
Trevor Lawrence.
the Chargers.
Kenny
it-
Pickett.
obviously
Get the
it's
fuck outta
quarterback
here.
heavy.
Get the fuck
Obviously
Kenny
it's
Pickett shit.
quarterback heavy. I think Joe Burrow has like probably the biggest opportunity like to throw a monkey wrench in it in terms of because Cincinnati
He's
is
not
just
gonna
one of
do it.
those teams that's just like, oh damn, but yo, did they really just win the AFC again? Like we was all
Sports
like,
talk. You
shocked.
can't even argue that.
We was all like in shock, you know. So I'm really
I can
trying to
see
figure the AFC out outside of Kansas
Mhm.
City. I'm really just trying to figure the AFC out in terms of these
No,
quarterbacks.
bro. Everybody else in the AFC.
The AFC is
It's up
easy
for
to figure
grabs.
out. It
It's
runs
up
through
for grabs.
Arrowhead, baby.
How
It
about
runs
it?
through Arrowhead.
No. I said outside
I
of
gotta figure it
Kansas
out for
City.
you.
Wait. It's not sports talk. I'm talking about outside of Kansas City because
Yeah.
we talked about how Allen would have that game that he would have won had the rules would have been different in overtime the very next year. Then
A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then we talking about Lamar. He wins MVP and does this and that. He don't got no wide receivers. Then he get injured. Now he got his new contract. Then we talking about what's the guy
Who
from
we?
the Chargers? The guy from the Chargers. How great he is and how he's coming up as a top 5 quarterback. He messes around and blows a 20-point lead in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So my thing is just like, yo, outside of Kansas City, who the hell else do you trust? Like,
Mhm.
I don't trust nobody till they
Outside
show
the
me. They
Bengals.
gotta
I
show
trust
me.
the Bengals. I do trust the Bengals.
Wow.
I don't trust the Bengals.
I only
Hey,
trust the
sports talk.
Bengals
do we
because
really trust the Bengals? That old line.
No,
is
no, no,
there.
no, no,
problems.
no,
Did that offensive line
hold on,
get
hold
better?
on, leave. Most people would not trust the Bengals because Eli Apple, who's gotten torched.
Okay, hold on.
That
I don't know who
defense
this.
is good.
It's not
Who's
even
this
that. How much
bootlicker
better
in the
have the
comments
Bengals
saying that
done?
I'm a bandwagon? Hold
I mean,
hold the phone.
Chiefs and Bucks fan. It is a
Get the
little.
fuck.
Is a little.
I'm from
Who's I'm saying?
Kansas.
I
I've been
mean,
going
he
to
don't know that,
games
but he
since I
don't know
was
that.
7.
He don't know
but
that.
see
He
him,
don't know
see
that.
the
Wait, you
Chiefs and
from
the Bucks, they
Kansas or
can't look-
Kansas
I'm-
City?
I'm from
Mhm.
Kansas.
He's from the state
the
of
rectangular
Kansas.
state.
Yes.
Imagine
That's
being
flat.
That's crazy.
Full of corn and wheat state. Yes.
That's a while from Kansas City. I'm pretty sure. It's
An hour and a half. I lived in
an hour
Topeka.
and a half?
What?
Oh, okay.
Hour and a half. What?
How far is that from Milwaukee?
What?
Wow.
Because
far.
you're wearing a
Wow.
Giannis jersey.
Oh, this is the only jersey I don't have that's not signed, so I
Oh, I
just wear
thought
this
you were a
one.
Bucks fan. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm a Spurs fan.
Oh.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. While we at it, while we on the Spurs, be honest with you, bro. Like, what's the word on Pop? Is he coming back for sure? For sure.
Oh,
What's
he's
the-
got to. For Victor
I think he
Wembanyama.
does, but the thing is, I'm not big on Wembanyama. I think he's way overhyped.
I'm not
But no,
big
the
on
thing is,
Wembanyama. I'm not big on Wembanyama playing for the Spurs. I wanted him to go to Utah because that was a better fit. Like because you could play him at the
I
4
would
and
prefer
Walker Kessler
Houston.
could take all the hits in the paint. Like he could be the roam defender. Like he's like with him at the center. If I'm coaching and I'm coaching against the Spurs and I see him in the middle, I'm throwing everybody at him in the paint because he's slim. Because he's slim, he's not going to be able to take that much punishment.
Leave.
That's my
I would
game
prefer
plan.
Houston though for Wembanyama.
Hell
no.
no.
But when it comes,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
not
throw us back
Houston?
into football.
Absolutely,
I gotta
not.
throw us back into football real quick.
That shit is Knucklehead City, bro. I'm not.
Here's
doing it.
here's the thing with the Chiefs though. The biggest reason aside from Mahomes, aside from Kelsey and all that other garbage, what makes this team is the offensive line. Like that is the most unspoken offensive line possibly in the history of the league.
Absolutely.
Like we talk about that Eagles offensive line, everyone was gargling on them all those weeks leading up to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs offensive line was arguably better because they were the best passing off. Yeah. They were that best pass blocking offense. If you got
an offensive line, that's a recipe, man, for great.
And I have told people this.
That was the reason
for
why
years.
They lost the Super Bowl against Tampa.
The Chiefs were a TMZ video away from going to 4 straight Super Bowls and maybe having 3 or 4 right now. TMZ video of Kareem Hunt. We are a TMZ video away from being in at least 4 Super Bowls, if not.
Talking about Kareem Hunt.
Oh, yes.
Man.
Well, sports talk.
You had the best quarterback.
A lot of girl, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, he didn't. We had the best quarterback in football, the best tight end, one of the best offensive lines, one of the best wide receivers, and arguably the top 3 running back in the league.
Well, at that time, you guys
and a top 3 head coach.
No, it wasn't.
Top 3
no, it wasn't.
Head coach.
At the time,
it wasn't terrible. No.
Wait, sports talk. You don't think Andy Reid at that time was the top 3 head coach?
Andy Reid was at least top 5, brother.
He was top 5. Remember, going into that year that we won the Super Bowl, because like the year before when we lost in Kansas City, because D Ford decided he wanted to be a Patriot for one play. So going into that next year and that Super Bowl, people forget about this. The question on Andy Reid was, could he win the big game? Like everyone talks about Andy Reid now that he's been like this his whole career. No, he hasn't. He's been hated his whole career. What are we talking about? In 2019, all people wanted to talk about
his whole career.
Yes,
he was an offensive genius, but the knock on him was not only
he couldn't win the big game,
but also clock management. He was terrible at.
Mm-hmm.
Which Mahomes is phenomenal with. So I don't have to. We don't have to worry about that.
But at the same time, it's both. Who will get the credit? I mean, Mahomes. Look, I give Andy a lot of credit because again, Deshaun was available in that draft, but he decided to go with Mahomes because of the big arm, the off-platform throws. That's why Mahomes was often compared to Brett Favre, and Aaron Rodgers. But Andy looked at him and said, this is the kid that I'm going to work with. Remember, Andy Reid was the offensive coordinator for your football team, Leaf, the Green Bay Packers, when Brett Favre was there. So he got an opportunity to see close eye. This kid has a lot of potential. And it does help with Patrick Mahomes that he has a brilliant offensive mind and Andy Reid to help him out. So I think it's the combination of both too.
He also had the best mentor. He also had the best mentor for his play style.
But Mike Holmgren. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to see Patrick Mahomes versus Andy Reid. Which one is better without the other? It's kind of like with Brady and Belichick. Who's better without the other? I think Mahomes eventually will.
Wait, slow down.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Wait.
I believe Mahomes will.
So wait. So what are we saying? Andy Reid is on his way out? What's going on?
No. I said
closer.
The bigger thing that Patrick Mahomes is going to have to answer. How is he going to be without Andy Reid? I believe he will be just fine. No matter what, Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. I just think Andy Reid did a great job as far as utilizing him. The thing is with Patrick Mahomes, how's he going to be without Andy Reid? And Andy Reid's going to be without Patrick Mahomes. Say what you want about Andy Reid. And even though he's come up short and hasn't won the big game and clock management issues, but he has been to 5 NFC championship games. He has been to a Super Bowl. And he has done his part as far as, sports talk. We can't ignore that.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that question that came through. I'm talking about that question that came through.
Okay.
Come on.
And we can't ignore what he's done as far as with quarterbacks. You look at what he did before Patrick Mahomes. Alex Smith.
McNabb.
That's what I'm talking about. Alex Smith was the best mentor for Mahomes because Alex Smith didn't turn the ball over.
Right.
And
look what he did for Donovan McNabb. Remember, he got booed on draft day when he was selected with the 2nd overall pick.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I never forget that. That was quite wild. Go ahead, Brandon.
There was a question that said, who's better all time, Eli Manning or Big Ben?
It's obviously Big Ben.
Jay.
It's not even close.
Jay, I don't even like the Steelers, and you make me hate them even worse.
That's
but it's definitely Big Ben.
We had someone in this panel
question, bro, because in the case of
Jay needs to answer this question.
In the case of both quarterbacks, man, they both prove even a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day.
Do y'all think Eli's a Hall of Famer?
Ben.
Hold on, bro.
No,
He
no.
shouldn't be, but he's gonna be. He
Can I
shouldn't
just
be,
read this?
but he's
Who said,
gonna
wait,
be.
is
Can I just
Eli?
read this out to you?
Eli is
wanna
not
read-
a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
You got to ponder the thought if Eli's a Hall of Famer.
He's gonna
Let me
be,
read
but
this
he
out
shouldn't
to y'all,
be.
bro.
He's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
be
one
in
day.
though.
He's gonna be, but he shouldn't. But
Yeah.
obviously, but Eli is the perfect example of a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day.
Okay,
Like,
but if we're gonna say that Eli's not a Hall of Famer, is Phillip Rivers not a Hall of Famer?
Philip Rivers is better than Eli Manning just without rings.
Phillip Rivers is better. Phillip Rivers is he's basically Matthew Stafford for more player
That's
success.
a great comparison.
I
Matt
just want to
Ryan.
read y'all off Eli Manning's career record.
Hold on a
He
second.
is 118 and 118. Let's just not
My
compare
old
these two
ones.
quarterbacks. This doesn't make sense at all. If you are 118 and 118 with a 500 record, you shouldn't be compared to nobody but motherfuckers that are 118 and 118. Big Ben 166 and 82. It's not. Let's just not compare these guys.
Jay, come on.
It don't
Winning's not a quarterback stat. Winning's not.
I mean, we can look at whatever.
just
but
compare the
Tom Brady-
stats though. Compare the stats. Big Ben's still
We
clean.
look at Tom Brady because he's Tom Brady and he wins. So let's just.
He's
you know what
clear.
I'm saying? Let's go.
Ben was the best quarterback in that draft class. He was more
By
unique
far.
than
By
Phillip
far.
Rivers and Eli because of his ability to improvise and shrug off defenders. Eli, I agree with Roundup.
And the
He
law.
will get in. Eli does have 2 Super Bowls. He does have 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
And his last name's Manning.
Yes, I was gonna get
They
into
let
that.
anybody in the Hall
He
of Fame.
did beat Bill Belichick and Tom Brady at their prime.
That's true.
The undefeated
Mhm.
season and in 2011. And he went to Lambeau Field twice and he beat Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. Eli is also one of 6 men to say I've won multiple Super Bowls and MVPs. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Bart Starr,
Super Bowl
Terry-
MVPs?
Yeah.
yes,
that's what he meant.
Super Bowls
Oh,
and
okay. I
Super
thought you
Bowl
were
MVPs.
talking about regular season MVP.
No,
I
no,
was like,
Super
I
Bowl,
know he
Super
ain't.
Bowl MVPs.
No,
No,
no, he ain't.
Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah,
Tom
yeah, okay,
Brady,
I got you.
Bart Starr, Tom Brady, Bart Starr, Eli's in there, Patrick Mahomes in there. There are a few other people I forgot to mention.
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw. Eli, some will make the argument he's never made a first team All Pro, never won a league MVP. He's led the league in interceptions 3 times, and his record. What is record? Bill Parcells
118
once said
and
it. You are what your record says you are.
And
But we can't
and-
disregard the
Yeah.
other things, though.
But
So
what about the
based
fact
on
that he's
that,
never
and
had a
that-
season where he was even a top 5 quarterback in the
no,
NFL?
exactly. Yes.
No,
Thank you.
look,
Holy
this is my
crap.
problem. This is my problem, bro.
Dang,
When-
Trent. I wish Trent was here,
and-
bro.
Bro, it's hard to even like.
There ain't nothing
winning
he can
Super
defend
Bowls,
with this.
There's not like this shit's trash, bro. People are
If you
like,
have to sit there and question whether or not someone should be in the Hall of Fame, that should tell you they probably shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
facts.
It's
do you
too
question
easy
when
to
Matt
get into the
Ryan
Hall of
should
Fame.
be in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think he should be either, but he's gonna get in. He shouldn't though.
They let
Where's
anybody
Trent
in the
at?
Hall of
Where's
Fame. They let
Trent at?
anybody
Hold
in
on.
now. Anybody
It's
can
too.
get in.
It's not even like the Hall of Fame should only be for the greatest of the great, but it's literally become the goodest of the good. If you're a good player
agree.
for more than 10 years, you're in the Hall of
But
Fame.
but then
It's
they do
insane.
something stupid
It's
like have
bad.
Terrell
It
Owens
shouldn't
as
be that
second
way.
ballot.
Yeah, which
Really?
But sports talk, you know why? You know why they kept him out of the Pro Football
No, I
Hall
get
of Fame.
I
That
get
was a
it. But the
joke.
thing is, how do you not
But
do the
that's
same thing to
bullshit.
Randy Moss?
or Ray Lewis.
How do you not do the
because
same
he's
thing to
with
Randy
the
Moss?
media. Because he's with
I
the
know
media.
that's
Yeah.
what saved him.
Bro, stop. They're gonna do the same thing with it. With fucking.
They're going
Antonio
to do the same
Brown.
thing
They'll do
to
the same
Antonio
thing.
Brown. Oh,
Antonio
for sure.
Brown
He
was
might
the
not
same
even
thing
make
to
it
him,
in.
bro.
Antonio Brown, based on his record as far as his accomplishments, he should be.
First
But
ballot, yeah.
I don't believe he will get in because of the reoccurring
Politics.
on and off
Well,
the
he'll
field
get an
issues.
eventually. It just
Politics.
won't be first ballot, but he'll still.
Bro,
Okay,
they look-
okay, but Jay, I'm gonna ask. But speaking of this, I want to put Jay's ass on the hot seat. Since you a Steelers fan, let me ask you this question: you think Ben should be in the Hall of Fame?
If we're going off of shit on the field, yeah, for surely.
But they also going to
Surely.
factor off the field issues. I
And that's
think
my
Ben
issue.
should
That's
still
my
be
issue.
in.
And that's my issue because like if we're talking about statistically numbers wise, Big Ben's up there with some of the best QBs of all time. All time.
Yes, we're not arguing that.
So if we're going to make everything off the field count, bro, Just don't have no Hall of Fame.
I don't think
Just
off
don't
the
have no Hall
field
of
should
Fame.
matter for Hall of Fame at all. I don't think it should matter at all.
Nobody's bringing up the Hall of Fame whenever Jordan was doing gambling. Nobody. Oh, what is he doing off the court? Nobody gave a fuck because he's winning.
And that's the thing. And I did a video. Can we compartmentalize? Can we respect the person's art, but at the same time be disgusted at them as a human being? I brought up the football example.
People can't do it. People can't do it
because it's too hard. I brought up the football example, O.J. Simpson.
Yep.
I believe O.J. Simpson, he committed the double murders. But at the same time, I can't ignore him as a football player. He should be in. Another example, I loved him as a football player. I can't look at him the same anymore as a person. Sorry, Leaf. Brett Favre. Brett Favre stole welfare funds in Mississippi. But I can't ignore what he did as far as the 3 consecutive MVPs, the 2 Super Bowls, the Super Bowl. And when he retired, he had all the records as far as passing yards, touchdowns, etc., etc. I just think that the media at the end of the day, they have to compartmentalize. Ben should be in the Hall of Fame regardless. There are a bunch of other people that have done just as crazy things on or off the field have been accused of. Ray Lewis, the double murder. Lawrence Taylor, we all know his history with substance abuse and et cetera. He should be in the Hall of Fame regardless. At the end of the day, I put all of that aside and I just focus on the football field. T.O. had no off-the-field issues. None. No domestic violence, no sexual assault, none of that stuff. You kept him out because it seemed like
rude. Because he was rude.
Rude, diva, temperamental, brat, whatever the case you may say. You kept him out despite his numbers. And his numbers are right up there with Randy's. Randy has more touchdown receptions, but T.O. has more yards. T.O. has more receptions. T.O.'s played more games. That Super Bowl game he played against the Patriots, I thought it was better than Randy's. I thought it was better than one leg. No business playing in that Super Bowl. I thought it was better than Randy's performances in those Super Bowls. Sorry to take much time off, Brandon, but T.O. he should have been in.
Got one more time.
And it's a joke.
Nah.
That's the reason why I don't.
Not to cut you off, but to harp more on T.O. Absolutely, you hit it right on the money. An absolute warrior on the football field. He came in. He was a very physical player. Obviously, kind of like remind me of a bit of like he had a lot of Sterling Sharp in terms of his physicality, and a lot mixed with a little bit of Herman Moore. Like that's the 2 wide receivers that come into mind when I think of Terrell Owens. Randy was just pure talent. I thought Randy would have did anything with his athletic career. He would have been great. Like Randy was just that damn good to me, bro. In terms of overall, and obviously T.O. Great competitor. In terms of overall at the wide receiver, in terms of any guy that could do anything, I'm taking Megatron, and I don't give a shit what nobody say about it. But,
talent-wise, for sure.
Same.
Yeah, talent-wise, for sure. Talent-wise, just
I still pick Jerry.
Mannerism-wise, talent-wise.
No, I'm talking not just talent. I'm that mindset though.
Mindset, all of that.
Yeah, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice to Randy Moss is the perfect example of hard work beats lazy talent every time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Jerry Rice.
If you ever need proof, there it is. Jerry Rice to Randy Moss.
The thing with Jerry Rice, when we compare him to the T.O.s and the Randys and the Megatrons, realistically, they all got the stats and they a lot of them just don't have the career success in terms of wins. So that's the separator for Jerry Rice.
But Jerry Rice is nowhere near as talented as those dudes.
Jerry Rice is
no, he's not. No, he's not.
Nowhere near.
No, absolutely not. And this is the thing when I'm getting on wide receivers, it's kind of a hard position to assess, but you tend to lead with talent first, obviously. But because Megatron, to me, if we're talking about just talent overall at that position, to me it's Megatron. And maybe Randy Moss, and I don't think it's close.
Yeah,
but in terms of like all the intangibles, all the stuff that you can't measure, T.O. had it.
That's why I give the edge to Jerry. To me, the mind controls everything. Mind controls everything.
And that's why these politics are going to be the reason
I just can't get over Jerry Rice.
players don't make the Hall of Fame. It's because
well, I mean, I understand the roundups part. The stick 'em, it does kind of look at Jerry entirely differently. But I can't ignore not just the hands, the route running. That's to me what separates
Jerry. What about the stick 'em? What about it?
He used it.
Yeah, he admitted he used stick 'em.
He admitted using it.
Yeah.
Hey, to transition.
How about you know that by now, Sports Talk?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay, and I was like,
but
that was like normal back then.
Transition a bit, bro. The Bob Myers shit. Wow. I think. I think that's the end of the Warriors as championship contenders. I will say that, and as far as them as playoffs, getting to the playoffs, I think they're still gonna make the playoffs formidably.
Hey, Leaf, you know what they should do? They should, what they should do? The Warriors, they need to find a way to get rid of fucking Jordan Poole, man. Ever since they gave him that contract, it's been a fucking mistake, man.
But shout out to Jay, bro, because
if you're gonna say that with the luxury tax that they're gonna be in with him and whatchamacallit and Clay contract coming up, this might be the end of the Warriors' big three as we know it, because obviously Draymond is pom-pomming to play with LeBron, obviously, as we know, and Clay is not a big fan of Jordan Poole and everything that's going on in that organization. He's gonna want some money, obviously, and that's probably gonna leave Steph all by his lonely.
What was you saying?
That was crazy.
Trade them all for Giannis. Trade them all for Giannis.
I was saying, yo, Jay, you should. I said, shout out to you. I said, shout out to you.
Man, spent $500,000 on
Jordan Poole being overrated.
Wait, what was it, Brandon?
You said Jordan Poole was overrated the first time you was on the show. You said Jordan Poole was overrated.
Wait, who said that, Jay?
Jay did.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny, bro? Everybody thinks I be speaking from emotion, but I'm speaking from the shit I'm watching.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, you 100% speak from emotion.
Shut the fuck. Bro, listen, sports talk. And look, that's the problem with you.
Bro,
you can't tell the difference between content and jokes. That's the problem. A lot of people can't. Trust me. I can look through my comments and I can tell. I just made a video saying Bob Myers finally stepped down as president or whatever, right?
People and then you put in "Oh Happy Day."
People talking about, bro, you are miserable. You're a miserable person. It's content, buddy. Why are y'all crying in my comment section talking about you're a miserable? It's content.
You know what's crazy, bro? I do the same thing about LeBron, and I get breakdowns, bro, like as to why it is what it is and why people believe what they believe and they shouldn't, bro. And all I do is get his tagged as a LeBron hater. But the thing is, when you coming at a large conglomerate such as LeBron, bro, like what you really coming at, bro, like it's something that the media approve of and something that a lot of people on YouTube, not just on YouTube, but the internet approve of as well.
Okay, Jay, here's why I can understand why people were offended with what you did about Bob Myers. That it seems like Bob Myers, again, I'm just speculating, he's probably going through some personal shit that we don't know, and if he is, we wish him nothing but the best.
Oh, if that's
why
case,
yeah. So if that's that case, then I can understand where they're coming from. But LeBron fans, look, there are a bunch of LeBron lovers everywhere that I go. Like, no, I mean, I'm sorry, no matter where they go.
No, I'm seeing the comment come across the screen.
No, I know you. I know you're talking about that.
The Steelers do better than the Ravens and the Browns.
But Leaf, I'm gonna ask Leaf this question. You still think it's all cap? Jordan Poole, $500,000 on Ice Spice?
That's cap.
That's bullshit.
That ain't no way. That's
whatever that is.
And the thing is, in PSP, the fact that people is playing around with that so much, bro, like because the thing is, they look at her like that. Like ever since that moment, she's been on red carpet events. She had she had new dresses and new stylists, new songs. I think she had a song with.
She's like Swift. A 3. She's like a 3, bro. I don't even understand. Like, what are we talking about?
Let me turn my camera off. Say that again, but I'm gonna turn my camera off. Say that again.
She's not even on that. She's not.
Wait. Hold on.
No, she's like a 3, bro. She ain't all that.
I can understand Sports Talk calling her a 3. He's from Canada.
Wait, no, hold on. Leave. Hold on. Sports Talk. So who's the 10 in your ass?
No, that was insane.
Bro, like Transformers Megan Fox.
Oh, there we
that's
go.
A 10.
All right, so
that's a 10.
Okay,
Leaf, I'm more of a Sama dude. Leaf, I'm more of a
That's
Sama dude.
okay. But nah, that gives you an idea of what sports talk is into.
Me,
you know what I'm
me,
saying? Like in terms
me
of women.
personally,
But,
I'm a Chloe, Meg, like you know what I'm saying.
I'm a Selena Gomez.
You like the Kardashians, Brandon?
They all right.
hey man, listen. I'm not gonna lie. Listen.
Yo, I'm gonna clip this.
Listen, I'm from New York, bro. I mess with one chick from BX. I give her like a 6.5, but like at most, but like because she one of those kind of dime a dozen type of chicks. It's just when you dress it up nice and when you fix her hair up and everything, she's kind of looks like give her more points for that. It's some of those.
Honestly, I like women that are 50 or over who take good care of themselves, like the Samas or the J-Lo of the world.
God damn. I
like a woman who's attractive, but at the same time who's old and wise.
Yeah. Give me the most I do is probably 40. I'm 35 already, bro. Like I'm listen. The PYT
older than me. I tell you
the PYT. Nah, here's the thing. The
you like 22, 23?
I'm 22, bro. They 28, 29, 30 around that.
Yeah. The PYT.
Brandon, I'm about to be 30 in October, so you know.
Yeah, here's the thing, PSP, bro. The pretty young joints that I work with, man, like they in their 20s or whatever. I'm like, it's kind of one of those, man. I see too much of y'all on the internet and whatever. So like, I'm like, all right, man. Let me stiff arm that. Let me move towards like something like late 30s, early 40s or something. Like, I'm not going over 45. I swear I'm not. I ain't gonna do that. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Jennifer Lopez is still the shit. Like, don't get me wrong, man. Like, but. Me, everybody in here knows she got problems, bro. Like, so, like, that's not.
I prefer Sama. I like Sama.
All I know is Megan Good's better. But anyway,
Megan Good was better. She had moments, but she's mid now. She's probably,
I'm surprised you said Chloe.
What's the last topic? Chloe Bailey. Yeah, I like Chloe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you said. Chloe. I thought you said Chloe Kardashian.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Bailey
I thought you said Chloe Kardashian. I'm sorry. I'm like
no. Chloe Bailey.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
no.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Chloe Bailey. Yeah. Chloe Bailey. Yeah. She done moved my eyes. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I
gotta
give
clip
her a
this,
chance.
Brandon. You gotta clip.
Yeah, I do. We gotta rank these quarterbacks.
You can keep Selena Gomez.
We gotta rank these quarterbacks. We gotta rank these quarterbacks. This is the last topic. Yeah. But when we get like in the future, we go do like tier list. Go back to that. And all that type of stuff.
Oh, tier list is gonna be fun.
Do some more drafts.
Yeah.
Nah, tier list is gonna be fun.
I do a tier list. I'm not doing no more drafts with nobody, bro. I'm doing I do a tier list, but I'm not doing another draft.
But we gotta rank these quarterbacks, man. We got Justin Fields, Geno Smith, Tua, and Russell Wilson.
What are we ranking them based off of?
Coming to the season. Let's go coming to the season. Or
who, like as of right now, or who we think will be the best by the end of the season?
Yeah, let's do that.
Wait, which one?
So
by the end of
which
the
one?
Fields,
By the end of this upcoming season, or like right now today? Who would you rather have right now today, or do you think is gonna have the better season?
It's up to y'all. I don't.
Wait. Say those names again.
Yeah, I need the names.
Fields,
Justin Fields, Tua, Geno Smith, Russell Wilson.
To me, it's pretty obvious.
That's obvious.
I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah, it's obvious for me.
Tua's last to me because of durability.
I think Russ is last
Geno,
for me,
Tua.
I was gonna say Russ last.
Russ is last. It's the beginning of the end, bro. I think he was a product of a great system and a roll out left, roll out right.
One bad year and you get thrown away like
that's
that.
Kind of fast.
Well, it's more of his age too. The other guys are younger.
The thing is, ever since he lost beast mode, bro, like in the second half of the season, he has not been that guy. Like his first half of the seasons, bro. Like since LOB, since the end of LOB and since the end of beast mode has been marvelous. Don't get me wrong, he has some weapons or whatever. But the second half, he has not been able to finish the season off well. He really hasn't, man.
Leaf, I think you know why.
Let's just go overall.
He's been distracted by Sierra. He's been distracted by Sierra.
He's been distracted by Future, being distracted by Sierra.
That's
That's
crazy.
distracted by. I remember that game against the Falcons. I'd never forget that. That was the funniest game ever, bro. I swear to God. They had Bow Wow, Future, and Ludacris in the crowd. I was like, oh my
All
God.
ATL, man.
But they trolled them though. Like, come on, like, yo.
But it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen.
Obviously.
All right, Roundup. What's yours? Roundup. I gotta hear yours. I want to see if ours
Okay.
match.
Well, wait. Hold on. So is this overall or just who I would rather
Overall.
have? Damn.
Overall.
Well,
overall.
if it is overall, then obviously Russ can't be last. I mean, if we're doing overall, I would probably would go Russ, Tua, Geno, Fields. But I'd rather have Fields out of all of them. I would rather have Fields. I think he's about to go off.
Because of his upside and potential.
Yep. Give me Fields. If we're going like based off who I'd rather have.
Okay.
If we're taking health into equation,
Mhm.
if we're
I'm
taking
saying
health,
overall healthy. That's what I'm saying. Overall healthy.
Overall,
You're
healthy,
taking
yeah.
health into equation. I think Tua is second to last, bro. Probably.
I'm doing Russ, Geno, Tua, Fields. That's what I'm
I
doing.
think that's crazy. I think that's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
I like that. No. I
that's
think
not-
that's
How's that
pretty. I
crazy?
think that's pretty accurate going.
I think that's
I
crazy.
think that's
If we're talking about
accurate
just overall, that's accurate.
going into the
Yeah.
year. I think that's pretty accurate. Bro.
I think
Y'all just go, bro.
win healthy. Like there's two different lists I got here, right? It's if you count everybody as healthy and if you include the factor of health, right?
Right.
If you're saying win healthy, it's Tua at number
No.
one.
What?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Sports
Tua-
talk. You have
When
Tua
he was-
win
That's what I'm
healthy
talking
at number
about.
one.
When he was healthy and playing, he was playing like a top 3 quarterback.
5 games?
For
5
like 8.
games.
For like 8
Bro.
to 10, bro. Get the,
Bro,
get the hell
this
out
is
of
why
here.
this generation
Okay.
makes me so mad when it comes to
Like,
sports.
but listen, I
You
said
can
it's
be
all
good for a
healthy.
few games
Now,
and
when you
then-
include
Ever since he
now
got hit with
listen.
that drop toe hold,
Now
he's been
listen,
healthy,
now
bro.
when you include health into your conversation, no, he's third. He's third. But if you're saying when they're healthy, at right now, what we've seen at their best, he was first in yards, completions, percentage, like average, like however many throws to touchdown ratio, like every so
25
many
touchdowns
throws.
to 8 interceptions.
sound like the
No,
Chargers
not
quarterback to
just
me.
that, not just that, but at the same time, it's like no. Like
Facts, you got Tua, you had Tyreek and Waddle, and now you're just number one. Like, that's,
hold up,
that's
Gino
what
had
I'm talking about,
DK and Tyler Lockett and
DK
Kenneth Walker.
DK not in nobody's top
Fields,
5.
Fields
comparing
had
DK
trash.
Whoa.
Fields
We're
had
comparing
top 5.
DK and Lockett to Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. That is
Come on,
insane.
bro, stop it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
I ain't gonna lie.
Lockett like 32.
Sports talk,
They're not.
yeah, you
they're
need-
not
sports
as
talk,
good.
you
They're
need
not
to-
as good, but they're
you need
still
new
a great
names.
duo.
No, you got to use somebody else.
I think
you got to use
I
Bro,
think
somebody
I know
else.
what
quarterbacks
sports
are
talk
products
is
of
doing.
the
You gotta use
receivers.
somebody
That's what
else,
you're basing.
Sports
Quarterbacks
There
are
is
products.
nobody else.
I got to agree with Jay there, bro.
There's
Like, you
4
gotta use somebody
quarterbacks
else.
here. Who else are
Y'all
they
look at
supposed to
quarterbacks
use?
high, bro. Y'all look at quarterbacks high because of the receivers that they play with. Nobody said Tua was that guy before Tyreek got
Well,
there.
if we're going
Nobody.
down that route, it's Justin Fields at 1. If we're going down that fucking route,
What?
that makes no sense though. He had no one. He had no one. What was he
Okay.
throwing to?
All right, sports talk.
Where's your argument now?
Sports talk.
Oh, 2
Are
top
you
10
sti-
wide receivers. Now he has no wide receivers. You got to
Wait.
pick something.
Sports talk. Are you feeling this way about Tua? Because before the draft, I actually was high on Tua, despite the injuries concern that he had coming out of Bama.
I wasn't. I've never been high on Tua. I never have been.
I
Wow,
never
that's
been high
shocking.
to it neither.
I'm an
But I
advocate
bet-
Russ hater though.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, that's
I'm
we
an
got
av-
that in common. We got that.
I
We
in
don't
got
like
him.
common.
There we
Russ.
go. We got him.
We got that in common. I'm not
There's
even
very
an
few
av-
players
like,
that
the
I will
thing
sit here
is-
and say I'm a hater of. It's Russ. Because I feel
I
as though
think
it's more
Russ-
Pete Carroll than it was Russell Wilson. I will go to my grave believing that. And if Russ does bad this year with Sean Payton, I have been proven right.
Yes, that's going to confirm it. And
Which is why
to
the
add
Broncos
to that, I
will
think
eventually eat up that
I
contract.
think he was a beast mode merchant, bro. Like, be honest with you. Like, I really thought he was.
But
Wow.
Brandon, who you got as far as your list?
That's a good question. If we're going by win health, I still think Russ is still gonna be in that top 3 here. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Russ. I might go Russ. I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause I think he's gonna have a bounce back year.
I like that.
Tua was in the MVP conversation last year, so
Before he got hurt, yep.
No, he was before he got hurt. He was. No, Jay.
I
Come
know, I'm
on,
not saying
I'm
that
the
he
crazy one.
No,
I'm
not
the
saying
crazy
listen,
one.
I'm not saying that he wasn't, bro. But this is why, like,
It
guys
was a
like
small
Pat
sample size.
Mahomes.
So
Guys
that's
like
why
Pat
I
Mahomes,
said when healthy. The
When
list
Tua
is
got
different.
hit up, when Tua
listen,
got
this is
hit
what
with
I'm
the
saying that.
roll up tackle, bro, what was his numbers all after the fact? So going from that point on.
That's
Bro.
why I said when healthy. I put an asterisk next to the answer saying when healthy, because
But look-
if we're including health, he's obviously not number
But look,
one.
this is why
Because this
guys
dude gets
like-
broken like toothpicks.
This is why guys like Patrick Mahomes.
So this is why we
like so-
taxing the time that he was healthy. We taxing that, bro. Like we don't care about it. You had Tyreek Hill and whatchamacallit.
Oh,
You got Tyreek
Jalen
Hill,
Waddle.
Waddle, bro.
Go ahead. Yeah.
a guy has good talent around
But
him.
yeah,
And now
Shoot
we
the
got
motherfucker.
What do you
we
mean?
taxing it. We
Shoot the
taxing it.
motherfucker.
We taxing it.
I
Yes.
got Russ,
You little
I
one.
got
You play
Russ,
for Miami.
Tua,
Get out of here.
Tua, Geno, Justin Fields. I got to see Justin Fields.
That's
I got to
fair.
see it.
That's a fair list. I mean,
Fields,
I'd
bro,
agree
Fields
with
is
that.
going up, though. I like Fields. Fields is gonna be nice.
When you
I got
include
DJ
health
Moore
as a
there.
factor, I agree with that list.
There's nothing that Russ can do to really impress me, bro, like at all. Because there's nothing that he's done before to impress me. Because to me, he's always going to be in the shitter, and that's where he's going to stay, man. He's.
I'm not that much of a Russ hater.
Oh
Damn,
no,
wow.
I am. I'm going
Okay.
deep, bro. Like
No,
But my thing
I
is
just
when it comes to
I
rating
think
the
he's been
quarterback,
heavily overrated up to
him
this point in his
and
career.
Kyler Murray.
Heavily.
Kyler Murray is better athletically, but he's really like the same. He's Russell Wilson Jr.
Hey, Brandon.
Without the Legion of
Yeah.
Boom, would Russ have stayed a
Oh my
starter?
God, you had to bring up Kyler, man. I got
You know what shit is so funny, bro? Because
What's
there's
Get
certain
rid of the little
quarterbacks
itty
that
bitty
people
quarterbacks, man. Don't nobody need them, bro. Get them out of here.
there's
So,
certain quarterbacks that people don't rank high until they get a receiver on their team. Nobody was talking about Joe Burrow got hurt his first year, but he still wasn't playing at a high level, right? Jamar Chase came.
No.
Jamar
Actually,
Chase
Jay,
came.
he was actually playing at a level before he got
Yeah,
hurt.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
the
he
game.
was.
He's in my. I see the game. I'm watching the games. He's in my.
Did you
division.
not watch the
He's
games
in
against the
game.
Browns?
list
Did you
is-
not
my
watch
list
him
is
in
different,
games
actually.
against the other teams that year?
Bro,
Come on,
what I'm
Jay.
saying to you is
My
a lot of
list
these
is- my list
quarterbacks
is
don't get
different.
looked at as that guy until a number one receiver gets there. That's what I'm saying. Tua
My
was
list-
not. Nobody's
my
top
list
five,
is a
top
little
10.
bit different, Jay. I'm gonna go with Geno first. Then I'm going with Justin Fields because it's hard to be a quarterback in Chicago
That's
with
fair.
the
That's
with
fair.
the way that the win is.
I'm not even mad at that.
I'm going with Tua third and punk ass Russell. Give him like a fourth, man. Fuck him.
Hey, just
Right
know
there.
that Justin Fields at the end of this season is going to be looked at as a top 8 quarterback.
That's how you look at Trevor Lawrence after 1 year. The same way they looked at Trevor Lawrence. They
I
did.
think
the
Ohio
same
Ohio
thing.
it
State,
depends-
Ohio
it depends
State
on how
quarterbacks
he
are
used
not
Justin
it,
Fields
bro.
might
It
be the best
depends on how they
quarterback in the
use
NFC
him, though.
North.
Like,
Yeah,
that-
okay. That is going to matter. That is true.
It depends on how
Ohio
they
State
use him. If
quarterbacks
they
have
use him-
never been good. They will continue to not be good.
Justin
He
Fields is
might
good
he
already.
might be different for 1 year. I'll give him 1 year.
But Fields was tough. Bro, Fields started turning it up at the end of the year.
Now, I'm
By-
not
by
going to say that
himself, by
I'm not going to.
himself.
I'm not going to say that I'm
Fact.
biased in this conversation. However,
Then why'd you bring up Ohio State quarterbacks? I mean, that's
because they have historically
Alabama.
been ass.
Okay,
Actually,
but
absolutely have historically been ass.
bro.
Okay,
Like,
but
I
sports
give you
talk,
that. But
by
here-
that
but
logic,
here's the thing.
Alabama quarterbacks are ass.
Facts.
Up
Mac
until
Jones
the
and
last
those
5 to
guys,
7
facts.
years,
Facts.
yes, they have been. That's not crazy to say. Like before this, in the last decade, had been what, AJ McCarron?
He was
No, I-
ass too.
I actually, unlike y'all, I still believe in Mac
He's still
Jones.
married to old
I
girl.
think
She
Mac-
was looking fine.
I think
as hell.
Mac Jones was in a horrible situation last year because of Matt Patricia going
Oh,
from
for
defensive
sure.
coordinator
100 yeah.
to
Mac
offensive
Jones'
coordinator.
ass.
This is Mac Jones' last season. He got
Then
one
he's
more year to
after-
show what he can do.
But
Then
here's
he's
the
after-
Yeah, he got one more
here's the
shot
thing,
like
though. Here's the
Eminem.
thing,
bro,
though.
like,
y'all.
for real.
Here's
All right,
the thing, though. We constantly talk about how bad Mac Jones is. Perhaps how bad Bill Belichick has been. Because what have we seen without Brady?
Bill Belichick is not in charge of the offense. That's why he got Matt Patricia now.
Okay,
All right, y'all.
Brandon. You want me to give the list?
Oh yeah, go ahead, PSP.
I'm gonna give Russ the benefit of the doubt. I still have him 1 because I think he's the more talented one amongst them. I just think he will be in a better situation, not just
He is
because
a
of Sean
piece of
Payton.
shit.
No, listen to me, Leaf. He will be in a better situation because not just Sean Payton, but the offensive line. Denver did a great job as far as giving him offensive line help.
Need a running back.
Free agency. Yes, Sports Talk, they have done it because we all know that Russ at the end of the day can't improvise like he once did in Seattle. Number 2, I'm gonna give Geno. I'm gonna give Geno number 2. And 3, I'm gonna go Tua. Only reason why I don't have Tua at 2 is because, again, the durability, that's a concern. But coming out of college, I've always been big on Tua because of the natural accuracy, the anticipation. So the only concern I have with Tua is just durability. That's the only concern. And 4th, I have Fields.
Why you got Fields last?
Because I
He
just
can't
don't
grow.
see him develop and grow. I just don't trust Chicago around him. Yes, they got themselves a couple of first-round picks. They did get DJ Moore, but still, that's not enough for Justin Fields. And I was never sold on him that much as a passer coming out of college. I actually
can
like
run.
he can
That
run.
man can run.
I
That man
actually
can
I mean,
run.
I actually believe when it's all said and done,
game,
CJ Stroud will have the better career than Justin Fields.
If they get a ground game, I think Chicago is winning our division because
I think it
like
can happen.
the thing about the Lions is the Lions they high risk, they real high risk. They like the Jeff Hardys of our division. They high risk. They like everything is like they got to be jumping off the highest scale, jumping off the top rope. We got to make the most noise. We going for this shit. Yo, hell, 4th and 11. Yo, we going for it. The hell with all that. That's it. F the coach. This is how we playing.
That whole
You know,
division is
Mahomes
trash.
Stone
The
Cold
Lions
of
are set
the
up for
NFL.
failure.
That whole
The
division is trash.
The Lions are set up for failure. Everybody's overhyping
Nah,
them.
that
They're getting
division
last in the
division is
They're
gonna
getting
beat
last.
each other up. The
That
division
division
that's
is
the most
trash.
trash is the NFC South.
Hey,
That
Rhonda, did you
division
say
is
your list
garbage.
yet?
What's up? Yeah, that's in my list already.
Did you say your list? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, man, that includes the end of the show, man. Any last words, y'all, before we head out?
This NBA Finals will be listen. It's about basketball. It's finally about basketball. It's not about narratives and not about trying to push somebody in the meeting because the thing is the NBA hasn't pushed neither the Nuggets or the Miami Heat. They haven't showcased them at all. They everything has been you know who. So, but now it's about basketball. That's all I got to say. Nuggets and fries on me. Nuggets and fries and fries.
Jay, say it with me. Say it with me. Steelers are mid. I gotta say it every show.
Y'all get 6 rings,
Every
bro?
show.
Y'all get 6. Can y'all
9
get
and
6
8.
rings?
9 and 8. Here we come. 9 and 8. Here we come.
Y'all get 6. All I know
Hey,
is-
He will be a top 10.
What
My
you said,
ass.
Oh.
I know I was reading the
My ass. No.
but y'all
If
act
D-Hop,
like this, bro. Go
if
ahead.
oh, in the AFC, okay, that's not that hard when there's only 16 teams, but okay. But no, if D-Hop goes to the Chiefs, lock it up. Not really, but kind of, right? And then Steelers are obviously mid. This is going to be a good final series. It might be a blowout, but it's still going to be fun to watch. I don't care how many times Jay stares at the cameras. Did you watch? You watched every game. You watched every game of the Lakers getting blown out, right? Of all 4 games getting swept. All swept, right?
Series like I did. He didn't watch it.
You watched every game of them getting swept, didn't you? You watched every game of them getting swept, didn't you?
First talk, the Lakers was losing by 5 in good games. Every game they were losing by 5 or 6.
The problem is the Lakers couldn't close. They don't have any close.
Yes, Leaf. There you, yes, Leaf. Yes, you're
But
right.
you watched every game of a 4-game sweep.
You're about to watch
So
every game
obviously-
of the Heat
so
getting blown up by
obviously-
top 5. Every game.
So obviously, even in a sweep, it could still be entertaining because you watched every game. So I'm just saying.
Bro, it was close games. The Heat are about to get waxed.
And I don't think it's gonna be worse than what y'all got, body pop. But I mean, it is.
You just talking. You know it's gonna be worse.
No, I'm not. No,
All
I'm
right,
not.
all right,
talking. I
PSP.
think
What
Miami
you guys think?
they gonna show some guts, man. Like,
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Go check out the content. Sports PSP did a couple of videos on Patrick Mahomes, rings over money. The episode, can we compartmentalize? Can we respect the art, not the person? Also, check me out TikTok, Instagram, and also too, I'll give my predictions as far as with the Nuggets in Heat, why I have the Nuggets going over the Heat, and much more, man. So that's about it. And
All
also check out the newest episode of Commander's Demand on the Grid Network about whether Washington should change the name of the team again.
All right.
I
Round up.
think the Commanders is cool, actually.
It's a soccer name.
It is, but I mean, like the thing is, they had the Redskins for so long. It's just like, okay, like everything's got to be.
Nah, we can't go back to that name. We don't want
obviously.
that.
Yeah. But I mean,
Go ahead, round
one
up.
more. Oh, by the way, Mahomes is a manufacturer champion.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! What the fuck are we talking about? Dude,
I knew that was
dude,
Raw Sports Talk. He's
Dude.
like, get the fuck out of here.
Small market team, fucking in the middle of the fucking. Oh my god!
It's not
dude.
about
That's
the
crazy.
team, bro. It's about how marketable he is.
Hey, round up. Any last words, man?
Yeah. The
What does that even
Chargers.
mean?
The Chargers are going to win the AFC West. Justin Herbert's going to be MVP.
Huh?
I've also got the Falcons winning the NFC South, and the Lions are going to get last in the NFC North.
Don't tell Chris and D man and goated that. But
You should have
co-sign
brought
that.
you should have brought Trent's ass.
I have the Falcons. I have the Falcons in the NFC Championship game.
I thought I had them ranked up
That's
high.
great.
Damn.
go
I
ahead,
said
Jay.
it.
All right, some of y'all's
With
off the
Desmond
Hennessy
Ritter?
right now. Some of y'all's off Hennessy right now.
Hey, don't
Yeah.
hate on Desmond Ritter.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm
some
hating
of
on
y'all-
Desmond Ritter.
A lot of y'all, some of y'all
Casamigos.
drunk in here, but I'm gonna be
On
honest.
that
the,
fucking Casamigos.
whoever wins the Super Bowl is gonna come out of the AFC. I'm gonna be completely honest. The NFC bro, the NFC got two weak ass divisions. AFC, there's
that's-
not one weak ass division over there. I mean,
what are those
Colts,
two
Jags,
divisions?
that type Texans, that might be ass. But everything
What are those
else,
two divisions?
huh?
NFC South.
What are those NFC South? And
Whatever one got the Vikings, Packers, that
You're
one's
so
ass.
weird. You're so
That was
NFC
ass.
North.
well, okay. Can't you say the same thing about the AFC?
There's one, like I said, the
The
Jaguars,
South
Texans,
and
Colts.
the. Come on, say it with me.
The Jaguars, Texans, Colts, and the other team. Who's the other
And
team?
what's the other division?
Which one?
I'm
The
doing
AFC
curious.
North?
No,
The
not
AFC
North.
North
is
loaded.
No, not the North. No, obviously.
Which
Oh,
one?
okay. I thought you
AFC
were.
West?
I thought you were just doing that to troll Jay.
Wait.
That's
We
what
don't know the other weak division in the AFC.
Which one?
It's the East.
It's
garbage.
The Bills, Dolphins. What?
Garbage.
The
is
worst
garbage.
team might be
Aaron
7
Rodgers?
and 9. Or the worst team might be 8 and 9.
Patriots.
What?
are
I
gonna be worse than that.
guarantee.
The Patriots are gonna be the worst team, but they're not gonna be bad though. They're not gonna be horrible.
I guarantee you that division is going to come down to the last week.
That's not okay. That's every division, damn near.
No,
What?
not
AFC North
really.
come down to the end of the week every year,
Not necessarily.
basically. But that's what I was saying. Sports PSP. I feel bad that
What's
you're a
good,
Washington fan. I don't like that. I don't like that for you. Dev, Kirk
No, that's
Cousins,
okay. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. I mean, I told you the only reason why I became a fan because of Sean Taylor. If it weren't for
Listen,
him, I would have been a fan.
fan.
That's a good
I
reason.
got you.
I did
Dev-
the Dolphins, Gabe.
Dev, you got one more year with Kirk Cousins. You got one more year with
Thank
him.
you. Thank
One
you.
more, and then he's out.
Please.
You got one more year. Brandon,
I
Sale
wanted
got a little
Anthony
something
so
buzzing
bad.
over there. They got a
I
little
think that
something
one
buzzing.
more
But let's
year
see what
was
y'all
a
do
year
year
ago.
two with Gino. Let's see. Sports talk without Mahomes, y'all aren't shit. Alex Smith was solid, but we used to beat Alex Smith's ass. Now let me think about it. Shout out to the Steelers.
Doing what? Doing fucking what?
We used to beat Alex Smith's ass. Now we're gonna talk about that.
With the
shout out to
49ers.
Quarterback, bro.
With the 49ers? What the fuck?
Oh, he's referring to that playoff game in which the Steelers won it by just kicking field goals. That was
Oh, yeah.
We still beat
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, he's right.
shout out to my-
that was
Yeah.
the game in which AB went Facebook Live after that game.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, not that game.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh.
Shout out to my Steelers, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting some big things. This year's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl. I'm not saying that shit. But the AFC North is gonna be interesting. Very
Bruh.
interesting.
You got Kenny Pickett making Pro Bowl.
I don't give a fuck about the Pro Bowl.
Buddy said the Steelers though. Oh man.
Well, no,
But, hey,
bro.
man,
I'm not done. Y'all fucking me up.
go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
It's gonna be
You gotta write
interesting.
that
It's gonna
in
be
a
an
marker.
interesting year. I got the Steelers making the playoffs though, for surely. Because this division, we're not scared like the rest of y'all teams are. Y'all scared of Jamar Chase and Doug Barrow. Y'all are scared.
Let me ask you something. You think y'all could beat the Bengals twice?
We beat the Bengals once last year.
Do
I don't know
y'all
about
think y'all
twice.
could beat them twice?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think y'all could beat the Ravens twice?
Yes.
Do you think y'all could
they're
beat the
getting
Browns
swept
twice?
by the Ravens.
The Browns,
Do you think you could beat the Browns twice? Yes or no?
bro. Yes, we could beat all those teams.
Man,
Sports talk. Go get you 6. Go get 6 and then come back. But
he said 6, bro. Oh, yo, you one of them 20th century motherfuckers? Oh my god, damn.
No, 6
Bro,
rings he's talking
hold
about.
on. You guys are offensive teams. Brandon, tell me how many rings you've seen your team win. Okay, Dev, how many rings have you seen your team win? Oh, okay. Sports. No, never mind. Sports. We don't got it. Leaf. How many rings have we seen your team win?
2.
What team are you?
Packers.
Okay. Sports talk. Outside of the last 5 years, how many rings have we seen your team win?
We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that.
Okay. I seen my team win 2
one,
rings.
yeah.
I'm 22. I seen my team win 2 rings.
When you was like 4.
I've seen my team
What
win.
do you mean? Steelers Cardinals. I was watching that shit. What do you mean?
I've seen my team win 2 Super Bowls, one of which was against the Steelers.
I know, yeah. Good job, Aaron Rodgers. Good job with the championship. Okay, good shit. But hit the link in my bio. OnlyFans, 25% off this week. Go get it.
I still can't get over the fact that the Steelers.
A lot of
I
stuff
still
going
can't
here.
get over the fact that the
He said he
Steelers
got
lost the playoff
OnlyFans.
game to Tim Tebow by throwing 360.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. That was definitely
But
some
hey,
Let's all
man, for
remember
all
the
the-
Steelers are.
Mid. But hey man, to all the people that's in the chance to make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also I do have another show called After Hours sometimes when like after the games and stuff, we'll be having after hours like another pod episode, whatever it is. So if y'all want to join in the panel, just let me know. Be around like
I
12.
keep forgetting Brandon a smooth operator. He be trying to do some late night stuff, man, for real.
But yeah, man. Shout out to you, and yeah, Gabe, we gonna get you on, bro. I'm gonna get you on, bro. But yeah, till next time, y'all. Peace.
All right, Brand.
Peace.